One day, during an attempt to modify an Atari 2600, a freak accident caused a tear in the space-time continuum. Now, stuck in a partially collapsed infinite temporal loop, Duke is trying to repair the torn time fragments and get back to the present. Trapped within the Atari and accompanying him on his mission, the disembodied spirit of the 1980s, 90AT, is helping Duke relive his childhood memories to repair the fractured timeline. If Duke cannot remember the key elements that shaped his childhood and escaped the temporal loop, then the 1980s will never have existed.
Whew, I don't know about you, 90AT, but I'm still tired from last time. That's got to be the biggest time fragment we've repaired yet.
I'm detecting an even bigger hole in the time loop. I'm not sure we can handle repairing it.
Bigger than Transformers? Is that possible? And what do you mean we can't handle it? We've been doing so good. Come on, we can do it.
It's the biggest one yet. We may need some help.
What do you mean help? There's no one here to help. We're stuck in this infinite time loop. Come on, show me what you got.
You asked for it.
20th Century Fox and George Lucas bring you an adventure unlike anything on your planet. Star Wars.
The new Star Wars land speeder.
I had one of those.
Exploding! The sand people are coming!
The Star Wars saga continues with a special limited engagement of The Empire Strikes Back, starting November 19th.
The Empire Strikes Back. And Burger King comes through again with our all-new Empire Strikes Back glasses.
I remember that.
Select a different glass for your family each week.
Return to a galaxy far, far away.
Ready, everybody?
Here we go again.
Return to heroic adventure.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
Too many memories.
Become one in the Return of the Jedi Death Star Battle Home video game.
Get your kids a different Star Wars glass each week. Buy
Too many memories.
For 59
Too many
cents
at once.
No. I am
Too many epic moments.
From Kenner's Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection.
Yahoo! Turn it off! Whew, you were right. That was intense. What happened to you?
This is my Vader costume.
Okay. You have costumes? Anyway, wow, so many memories. It seems like so much of my childhood was consumed with Star Wars. The movies, the toys, the books, the video games. It was such a significant part of pop culture in the 80s. I can't even imagine what it would be like without it. I mean, let's start with the movies. I remember as a little kid, I watched the original Star Wars on VHS over and over and over. I feel like I probably watched it almost every day. And I saw Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi in the theaters as a little kid. And they had such an impact on me, and I think all of my peers back then. It was just everywhere. Star Wars was so big and so epic back then. And speaking of the movies, I remember I had those really cool movie picture books. So hit me with those, AT. Oh, yes. I absolutely love these. I used to look through these so often as a little kid. And what's kind of neat about these is I remember coming across pictures that, scenes that weren't in the movie. Let's see if I can find one here. Yeah, here's one here. So I remember being a little kid and looking through this and saying, I don't remember that in the movie. So that's pretty neat. And these things were just chock full of just great photography. And you could read along and relive the movies anytime you want it. And here's Empire Strikes Back, hardcover. So, I mean, right off the bat, look at that great picture there. And again, you didn't have the internet back then, so You just had books and stuff you had to kind of look through and try to relive the experience of the theater. So you could read along and, do it all over again in your bed at night, at your leisure. So here's Return of the Jedi. This one's kind of grimy. Thanks a lot, AT. But I'll take what I can get. But I absolutely loved these as a kid. And these were just fantastic. Oh, and I remember those Burger King glasses that we saw in the video there, AT. Can you hit me with one of those? What? Why would you put water in that?
You look thirsty.
No, I'm not thirsty. Oh, you're so weird sometimes. Anyway, this is Empire Strikes Back. I don't even know what to do with this now. Let's move on to some toys. Man, did I have some Star Wars toys. Let's see here. I remember having that black Darth Vader carrying case for the action figures. So, let's see that, 1980. Boom, there it is. Look at that. Yeah, just like I remember it. That is so cool. Cannot wait to see what's in here. You didn't put like a cheeseburger in here or anything, did you? Oh, look at that. Wow, that is a glorious sight. Check that out. How cool is that? Look at all those guys in there. So cool. It's even got this little accessory compartment there. Put little guns in. Oh, shoot, sorry. Every episode. Anyway, wow, this is so cool. I very vividly remember having this case and all these characters. Let's see who we got here. Boba Fett, of course. Always loved Boba Fett. He very cool looking action figure here. Chewbacca. Oh yeah, we've got Obi-Wan Kenobi with still has his plastic cape on, which these things tend to rip, so that's pretty cool. And some of the guys with lightsabers had the thing where you had the lightsaber embedded in the arm and you kind of slid it out. Kind of silly, but pretty cool. Tusken Raiders, again with the cape still on. Classic Stormtrooper, gotta love that. Empire Strikes Back version of Luke Skywalker with the kind of odd blonde hair there. I don't know where that's from. Then we got, I think it's Dengar, his name is. He's the bounty hunter from Empire Strikes Back as well. Lando, put these two guys together. Lando and Lobos? Can't remember his name. Lobo, something like that. But, yeah, these are great. C-3PO, these always tend to get loose, C-3PO, because I guess this plastic's a little different than the rest of the characters, a little more hard. So, but yeah, I had tons of these characters. Princess Leia still has her plastic gown on, very cool. And I love playing with these guys. I mean, they don't have the articulation that the G.I. Joes had, but I didn't care as a kid. They were fun just to set up and collect and put in the vehicles and just reenact the movies. So these were great fun to play with as a kid. Glad to have them back. Oh man, I just remembered something that I'm so excited about. This might be my favorite toy from my entire childhood. 1980, hit me with the original Kenner Millennium Falcon. Hit me with the original Kenner Millennium Falcon. What is happening?
This memory was so significant that it split into a multi-fractured interdimensional time fragment.
What? I'm not a time scientist. I don't know what that means.
You cannot fully restore the memory without help from the present.
Okay, Chris Roberts from Dollar Dorks podcast. He's the biggest Star Wars fan I know. Maybe he could help?
Stand by.
Chris, can you hear me?
Duke? What are you doing in my TV? Where have you been?
I'm stuck in the 80s.
What are you talking about?
I got stuck in this compressed time fraction thing, and now me and my talking Atari here, 90AT, are trying to remember my past and repair the time fragments, or else I'll never get back to the present, and the 1980s will cease to exist.
What?
Never mind, it's a long story. I just need your help remembering the original Kenner Millennium Falcon. Please tell me you still have that.
You mean this Millennium Falcon?
Oh my gosh, there it is. Oh, that was my favorite toy as a kid. I loved that thing.
I am detecting that this time fragment is fully restored.
Yes! Chris, thank you so much for helping me repair this time fragment.
Yeah, time fragment. Duke, are you drunk? I still don't understand how you're in my TV. Is this like a new app or something?
Yeah, Chris, I'm using a time travel app. Look, I don't have time to explain it again. Just tell the Cartridge Club I said hi, and thank you so much for your help.
Oh, okay. Bye, Duke.
See you, Chris. Man, 1918, you weren't kidding. That was intense. So many memories. I sure am glad we had help from Chris, though. So what other 80s spirit powers do you have? Can you, like, summon the dead or something?
That's ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Like a talking Atari shooting lightning everywhere isn't ridiculous. I really like that costume, though. Come on, just do it. You know what I'm talking about. You're wearing the costume. Just do it. You are the coolest.
Hello?